everyone, welcome back to Nature Venture. I'm your host, Amalia Alduenda, and I am super excited to have you here with me today because yesterday was the solar eclipse, full total darkness, if you saw that. It was really spectacular, and I want to talk to you about it because there's a few things that happened during this eclipse. Now, as you know, this full total solar eclipse doesn't happen very often. So when it does, it's a very significant time for all of us. And no matter where you were, I'm sure you probably felt a shift in your body, either the days leading up to it, during the eclipse, or even now afterwards. This eclipse helped us really do a bunch of shadow work. I know for me, it helped me see some things that I needed to work on with myself. Super grateful for that. And other than that, it brought in a lot of DNA upgrades. I was working very deeply with the Arcturians, and they put me through a series of exercises where we went into our hearts and we healed a lot of karmic ties, a lot of lessons that were not finished in other lifetimes. And we did this exercise where we completed those and we kind of passed all those classes or lives with, 10 out of 10, so that we no longer have to, in this lifetime, still live through those karmic cycles and, try to catch up from here. So that's kind of what we did. And I share that because maybe for you during the eclipse, a lot of really deep stuff might have come up for you that maybe don't even resonate with who you are right now, but maybe something from a past life came up, or something from your ancestral line that you're the one that needed to heal it. So I congratulate you on being that warrior and overcoming all of those things that might have come up for you. I know it's definitely not easy, but here we are. Another thing that happened is the firing of missiles to the moon by CERN. They did that, but for what I've seen, I haven't seen anything bad that happened. There was a lot of conspiracy theories that were talking about this instance, and that for example, I saw that the eclipse wasn't really an eclipse. It was an ellipse with a black hole, and some other stuff that happened. So, and there's kind of people proving that, showing that the moon wasn't really in alignment. And I can attest to that because while where I am, I was able to see the eclipse. I didn't have a total, it didn't go super dark. My dad has those helmets when you do welding. So we were watching it through that. And I did see when, it was kind of half and half. But once that passed, sometimes in the sky, you can see the moon, right? Like from the night before, the moon is still in the sky. Why was there no moon? Someone explain that to me. Why was there no moon when the eclipse happened? I should have been able to see, right? I mean, in my logical mind. Anyway, that happened. So that left me wondering, well, is it really an eclipse or an ellipse? I don't know. We'll find out. But with the thing with CERN, I haven't seen anything come out of that in the regards of, really being that black hole and things coming through or us going through. I don't know. Maybe we won't ever know. But I just wanted to let you know that did happen. Now, during the eclipse, personally, I had my instruments with me, my drum, my rattles, and I felt myself as if I was on medicine. I felt myself as if I was on a psychedelic trip. And I had to sit myself on this very chair. And if I sound a little stuffy, it's because I'm recovering from a little cold that happened to me. Don't mind that. I have some phlegm still. But anyway, I had to sit right here. I had my drum, and my spirit team were guiding me through some songs I was channeling, and it felt like I couldn't stop singing until the eclipse was over. I knew that there was so many tribes, so many communities holding space for the eclipse, that they were in ceremony themselves, and I felt connected to all of them. I felt like I was helping I was helping Gaia with this song as she was transitioning through what could have been the black hole. But yeah, the eclipse. Essentially in my body, I felt a lot of vibrations. I felt very dizzy, very lightheaded. I felt like, again, like I was on medicine. But the days before, I felt different things. I felt a wave of kind of, sad emotions to very happy and excited energies. So I felt, a lot of people during the eclipse, I was hearing things from different, ends of the spectrum of fear and love, and the effects from different cultures based on the eclipse. And a lot of people, well, some of these things even got to me for a moment, because there was things saying, some cultures say don't go outside during the eclipse, don't look at it. And there was people being like, oh my God, the retrogrades and the eclipse, there's so much chaos in the field, which I felt it, which I lived through that, right? The first few days, it was gnarly for me. But then taking the time to use that energy and transmute and do some shadow work and really give myself the time to reflect, to integrate, and to let the energy flow through, right? That made the biggest difference, and it really helped me calm my mind, calm my thoughts, and really helped me ground into just experiencing all of it. I think personally I've been going through a control, letting go of control. Sometimes I try to control too much, but the eclipse was like, no, you're super stubborn. So it showed me again those things for myself. And I wonder for you, what did it bring up for you? So leave a comment below and let me know, what did the eclipse show you? What did it help you heal? And yeah, so that's kind of what happened. But anyway, touching right back on that, during the eclipse, there was a moment where all those information from the internet, right, was jumbled up in my head, like this person said to do this and this person said to do this. But then I took a deep breath and I was like, to each their own. If it feels good for me to go outside right now, I'm gonna do that. And so I did that. And you know what happened? I allowed more light in. I chose love, and I did not choose fear, which is fine for whatever you want to do for yourself, But I learned that lesson, and I just want to share that, because whatever you did was what you needed to do for yourself. And that's in every moment. And I guess the lesson from that is, when in those situations, when there's a lot of different information that's being given to you, tune into your body, ask yourself, what feels good for me? What do I really want to do? And do that, because that's what you need to do for yourself. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let's take a quick ad break, and I'll see you guys right back. Welcome back. I always get super excited to watch the commercials myself because I don't know. Have you seen what they're doing, what they're building, the City of Light? That's such a dream, and I feel so honored to work with this organization, this foundation, and be this anchor point over here, all the way in Baja California, wherever you're watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Something else that I want to leave you with is some questions and some exercises to help us continue to anchor in all of this transformative energy. So Isa mentioned at the start of this video, working with the Arcturians or simply working with your spirit team and asking them to do something along the lines of the exercise that I mentioned. So you can tell them, you can take a deep breath, bring your hands over your heart, and you can say something like, I ask as my spirit team and my higher self to please help me navigate through this eclipse, to please help me transmute, transform, and complete any energies that are blocked, that are stagnant, any cycles that need to be healed. I close them now. I integrate the lessons from my past lives. I integrate the lessons from these cycles, and I honor them. Thank you. Ho'oponopono. And I close them now with love, with gratitude, with peace. And I integrate the lessons from all of those cycles for my highest good now. Thank you, Spirit Team. Thank you, Spirit Team. Thank you, Spirit Team. So something like that could be very deep. Take your time on that. Allow yourself to receive any visions, any emotions, any sensations that you might receive, and really take deep breaths with that and allow yourself to feel those energetic shifts in your body, and really take that time to connect with your spirit team, your galactic spirit team as well. You have so many spirit teams, but anyway, feel with them as that energy exchange happens. Feel those, I can physically feel energy come out of my aura or my crown open up and close back down. And I don't know that you can feel those things, but allow yourself to experience those different sensations. And anyway, another exercise you could do is, of course, journaling. Now, I love to journal, and some things to reflect on can be, during the eclipse, what was eclipsed in my life? So that's really taking a time to be honest with yourself and looking at, any negative aspects that you don't like about yourself, any cycles that you want to finish, any other thing that came up, sickness. So for example, for me, right, during the eclipse, before I caught this little flu, I still have some phlegms. So that for me is reflection in a throat chakra blockage, which goes into I'm not as authentic as I need to be. I need to be more expressive, right? I hold myself back a lot still. So that's my lesson for me, and as well as the other things I mentioned earlier. But something like that. So if you got a sickness, you can look up the spiritual meaning of it and where it originates, right? Do some decodification there. And so other than that, you can also do that. You can do some decodification. And so again, how I mentioned it, right? So for example, my throat, but maybe you sprained your ankle. Maybe you have a bunch of headaches. Maybe you have stomach issues. Maybe you got a UTI, all of these things, in one way or another, they're all connected, not just to, yes, your physical body, but they're connected to your emotional body, your astral body, your spirit body, and they're being affected by the solar flares, by the eclipse. And so really take a time to analyze what you've been going through, what your body's telling you, what it's communicating to you, what you feel drawn to change, what new cycles you want to start, what new hobbies you want to take on. And become that person that you want to be. So, for example, myself today, I'm completing a dream that I've had since I saw my first TEDx in middle school. Later today, I am going to go see TEDx San Diego, which is geeking me out. My nerd inside is very happy to finally get to attend this event. So that's me taking an action on becoming the person that I want to be, right? I want to be more intellectual. I want to be more healthy. So I did some Pilates earlier. And yeah, I hope that you can find those routines and all those things that you want to do for yourself and know that you are capable of it. Know that you are more than able to achieve, to become, to persevere. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Nature Venture with me. And I hope to see you on the next one. I hope to see you at my next events. And follow along my Instagram journey or TikTok to get some daily updates and see what I'm up to. And once again, happy eclipse. I hope that you are having a beautiful transition and receiving awesome upgrade transmissions. Okay, I'll leave you with that. Thank you again and love you lots.